Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm coming to you live from the mountains of Tibet, where it's snowing every day, windy, and freezing cold. But I'm going to continue to wear this t-shirt because it's cool. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty V. So, the DC company announced, I guess about a week or two ago, that the New 52 would be coming to an end. But of course, if you read the article, you found out that that was a complete fabrication. I didn't want to say lie, because technically I guess you could apply it to what they really meant. And what they really meant was that the New 52 logo that can be found on all of the books in the New 52 line since the relaunch back in 2011 has said the New 52 with a big exclamation point underneath Superman, underneath Action Comics, underneath Batman, underneath Detective Comics, underneath Aquaman. The New 52, to let you know that you're in a new era now. And just to make you aware as we're going forward, the powers that be say the new era that we're going to move into now, less than 4 years after the New 52 launch, which was the new era. Now we're in the new era. And in this new era, storytelling is going to trump continuity, whatever the hell that means. Now, when you read the title, and then in this age of interneting and Twittering and Facebooking, the most important thing to do when you do an interview or when you write an article or when you put out a press release is to have a title that gets clicks, that gets eyes, that gets people looking at the website or at the article that you want them to read. And of course, by saying DC will be ending the New 52 in June, lots of people are going to read it. You're going to have the people who are going, oh, thank God, it's finally over. We're going to get back to some real Superman stories, some real stories about the heroes I love. And then you're going to have the people that say, what? The New 52? I love it. I've only been reading since the New 52. They wrote it for me. It was for new people. It was for people who couldn't understand the old continuity. It was for big future stuff. And of course, they're going to go there because they want to see what's happening to their beloved characters. And then you got the people who are neither here nor there who say, well, I just like a good story, and there have been good New 52 stories, and there were great old continuity stories, so if they're going to do something where they're going to go back and there's going to be good stories, I don't care what they do. And then you got people who are just going to be annoyed, because, you know, we had a continuity we were following, and 10 or 15 years before that, we had a continuity we were following, and now we have a New 52 continuity that we're following, and it seems as though the article title makes you think that now we're going to have to follow a new story continuity, and it's all going to start over again. But when you read the article, it says, actually, what they're really doing is just removing the title, the New 52. Continuity is going to stay, characters are going to stay, costumes are going to stay, everything that happened is going to stay, and we're just taking the title off. Now, this can mean a number of things. It can mean what it says, and that is that they're just taking the title off, which I believe they are doing. So that's very obvious. We're going to take the title off. The New 52 title is no longer needed. Now, when you're a 3.5-year-old continuity, probably don't need that title to be there anymore. It served whatever purpose they thought it would serve. It got the new people or whatever that they thought it would get because, oh, this is new. That means I don't have to know about the old stuff. That was the whole line. That was the whole marketing gimmick. That was the whole, don't worry. What we're doing this for is so that the new people who really want to read comics, of which you can probably count on one hand, can come in without having to know the old continuity. So that's what they were doing. So they did that, and now they're saying we're going to take that off because it's 3.5 years. I mean, you're not going to keep a title like that on there forever. This is going to be your new continuity because it's not really the New 52 anymore. It is the DC Universe. First of all, books have been removed, books have been canceled. Not very long after it started, there weren't 52 books anymore. Then there were a few more than 52, I think. Then there were less than 52. Now it looks like going into June there are going to be around 49, and as time goes on, you'll have a mini-series here. You'll have a new book launch here. You'll have something canceled there. I mean, Superman's barely hanging on, and it's a flagship title. So a lot of these new characters, a lot of these new stories, a lot of things that came along with the advent of the New 52 went away. And then some of them stayed, and then some of them adjusted. The Teen Titans book was out. It got canceled. There's a new Teen Titans book. I don't even know if it's supposed to be considered one of the 52 or not. Originally, the title, The New 52, meant there are 52 books, 52 stories, 52 groups of characters or character that you can read about going forward. It's the new universe. Now they're going into convergence, as we get into April and May, and we're going to see old classic Superman. And by classic, I mean the one right before the New 52. People complain, I want my classic Superman, I want my real Superman. What does that mean? There have been hundreds of variations of Superman and all across different media for years and years and years and years. And just because they put the briefs back on or just because they put him back married to Lois Lane, that doesn't make him any more current, any more real, or any more classic Superman than anybody else. Because back in the day, there was the love triangle and Lois hated Clark and all that stuff. So there's plenty of room for plenty of adjustments and plenty of new classic takes on Superman and modern takes or whatever. I'm not saying the New 52 is it. But whatever they do, it looks like Convergence is going to have some effect. They are removing the title. It could also mean that they're going to have some sort of a merge. That's why it's called Convergence. And all of the universes, the old classic Superman from right before the New 52, is going to come in, and maybe we're going to have some sort of a mashup, or maybe they're all going to go away, or maybe there's going to be a new line where there's going to be the New 52 guys, and then you're going to see continuing stories with the stuff before the New 52. Who knows exactly what it means, but something's happening with Convergence, and I don't think it's just going to be the removal of the title. So, you know, in the quote itself, saying in this new age of storytelling, story is going to trump continuity. Meaning what? You can do anything you want and none of the history matters, and we don't have to know where we're at or who we're reading. I don't know. But it could just be a hint of things to come. Could be very exciting. Could be a merging of sorts. Could make people happy from you know, before the New 52 launch, and it could keep people satisfied who are reading after the New 52. It could even please people further back than that if they bring in some other elements. So who knows what's going to happen? But I guess it's an exciting development. The New 52 is ending. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, just because you take a logo off doesn't mean the previous 4 years didn't matter.